Yeah, it's a lot different. A lot different. I think today I heard Coach Shermer say it a little bit. Couple misfires, couple drop balls, couple, getting the handoffs, getting your just the way everything's supposed to work. I think day one, out here with just us, no fans. I thought that was good for us, and I thought today was pretty polished. Obviously, things you got to work on, things you got to improve on, but to be able to come out here, get lined up, know what we're doing, know our routes, be able to go back inside, watch them on tape, learn from them. I thought it was a pretty good day.
How for you, Colt, come in as the #1 instead of #3 a year ago? Just talk about how that is different for you.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Last year I really tried to prepare like I was a starter anyways, but coming in as a rookie, that's really hard to do, especially when you don't get reps. So I'd like to say that my mentality hasn't changed that much, but it has. You come out here, you have to be ready to play. I feel like I'm in good shape. Felt like the guys around me, the offensive line, receivers, running backs, I feel like overall everybody's in good shape, ready to work, and so for me that's good. I need all the work I can get, but I felt like day one went pretty good.
Colt McCoy obviously was running around in Austin a couple weeks ago. What can you tell us about what happened?
To be honest, I don't know if I'm really supposed to talk about injuries. I just know that he's going to be out for a little bit, and that's unfortunate. But when we worked this summer, he is in great shape. He's running crisp routes, and when he gets that taken care of, I know he's anxious to get back out on the field.
You see a Greg Little just
One more time, I couldn't hear you.
So Greg Little, your early impressions of him?
Yeah, he's a big physical guy. He hadn't played in a year, so you don't really know what to expect. I know he worked really hard with us this summer. I know he has a pretty good idea of what's going on based off what they ran in North Carolina. So, I'm excited to throw to him. I really am. Today I thought he looked pretty good. But then again, offense has a little bit of disadvantage because, we're in shells and, defensive linemen can push the pocket, they can put their hands up, so we've got a few disadvantages, but, overall, I felt like he did good, and we just got to keep getting better.
Colt, based on today, did you, for lack of a better term, Camp Colt,
Yeah.
did you have a realization that was beneficial to you based on the flow you had today?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I can't tell you how much that's going to help, but generally speaking, getting lined up, formations, personnel groups, the first couple of days of installs are your base plays, and we didn't have any miscues on those types of things, and just like Coach Shermer said, we had a few misfires. I had a few misfires. Had a guy open once, missed him. We dropped a couple balls, but that's you expect those things first day. So we got to polish up on those and continue to work and continue to understand. I think one of the things is you want to get out there and play so fast. You just want to go, everything to be perfect. And you go back and watch it on tape. You come back out tomorrow. You got to understand, hey, this is what we need as a team, both sides of the ball at practice, and make your reps count. And that's what we're doing. That's our attitude.
How long is it going to take you to figure out exactly who the head coach / offensive coordinator is?
That didn't take long. We know. I guess during practice is a good chance to, understand who you're hearing the plays from. Coach Whipple has done a great job. He runs our QB meetings. Coach Shermer does the install. And for me, you can look at it both ways. It's a blessing, but sometimes it's pretty tough. I got 5 or 6 guys in there who have coached quarterbacks their whole life, so I'm getting a lot from everybody, which is good. I definitely need it. I'll always consider myself a learner. Coach Whipple's done a great job. Met a lot with Coach Shermer. You got Coach Holmgren and Gil Haskell and Keith Gilbertson. They know how this position is supposed to be played, and I'm always ears open to them and always wanting to learn. So I got a long ways to go, but day one's in the books, and I thought it was pretty good.
Like you say, that's a lot of voices with experience, but can it be noise at first while you're trying to sort through exactly what they want out of this version of the West Coast?
Maybe a little bit, but it's taking one install at a time. Today, day one install. Calling the play in the huddle, getting people lined up. What cadence are you going on? Formations. I mean, if you think about it, that's new to everybody. We're in a completely new system. Those things don't really carry over that much. So for us, when I tell you we didn't have any miscues on those things, we knew where to be, that's a step in the right direction. Now, obviously, we've got to build off that, but I thought day one went really good.
Hey, Colt, when you guys had the first meeting of training camp last night, how did Coach Shermer come across, and what was his message to the team?
His message was he wanted to have a passionate, productive football team, and I think everybody took that to heart and really appreciated what he said. That was one of the first things I wrote down in my book. Have a healthy respect for what went on last year, but move on, and we want to be a passionate, productive football team. And that's a good message, especially on day one. And like I said, we've got a lot of work to do, but for now, we'll go back, watch some tape, and keep rolling.
One more guy. Coach Shermer said you did a lot of things really well out there, but there were some things you could have done even better, and you recognized it quickly. Is that part of the experience from last year? Is that part of going through Camp Colt? What do you think it is, the fact you're picking things up a lot better?
No, it's just understanding the position. My job is to go score. That's what I do. And so I told you I had a couple misfires today. Nothing major, but it's those things where you figure out the timing with your receiver. You figure out your progression 1 to 2 to step up, avoid the rush, those types of things. And I'd like to say I could go out there and be perfect every day. That's where we're going. But yeah, we realize it. I recognize it. My coaches recognize it. We get together, we talk about it, we watch film, and then that's behind us, and we keep going. So I do like the relationship that we have so far. Being able to communicate. I think just after one day, that's huge. We can recognize what we do. See if we make a mistake, and we're both on the same page, and then we move on. So so far, you make some mistakes, you move on, and look forward to tomorrow.